What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Mew, the new species Pokemon. This is the final prediction video I will have for my 1 through 151 run. Now, I do have some replays I'm going to do, so I might give a little bit of prediction there about how I think it'll, replays will be fixed, or they'll be better, or they'll be different, whatever the case may be. But this is the final one for my run through 151. So, in order, that's what I did. The playlist is in the, it's on my channel if you want to check out other videos, any Pokemon you might have missed. Some will get more replay because they were early in my channel and I didn't have a set way I did them. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. But Mew is the last one in that order. So, with Mew, we're going to go ahead and go over his stats. So, I hope you like the new background I found. I found the website does wallpaper for literally like every Pokemon. And I kind of like it, and I want to try to incorporate it into my playthrough videos. I just haven't found a good way to do it yet, but you're going to get a peek of it right now. So the stats for Mew is 100 for every stat. It's a very well balanced Pokemon. It's perfectly balanced, I should say. So in Gen 1, there's no special defense or special attack, just special. So our base stat total is 500 with 100 with each stat. 100 HP, 100 attack, 100 defense, 100 special, and 100 speed. So very balanced Pokemon. There's not a glaring weakness with this Pokemon. And that glaring weakness, maybe the glaring weakness is its level up moveset. So that's what we're going to go over next. Its level up moveset, it starts with Pound. Now, if you know anything about Generation 1 in Pokemon Blue, the first gym leader is Brock, where Pound is a normal move, and Brock resists normal moves. So that's really the only drawback to this Pokemon is its first two moves are Pound and Transform. I personally kind of want to do a what-if scenario where, what if Mew started with Confusion? I think that would be a little bit better, because Mew and Mewtwo are, right on par with each other, and I think Mew is going to have a very good run. It's not going to be quite as good as Mewtwo, and I think the reason why it's not quite as good as Mewtwo is just because of the fact it starts off with Pound, rather than, Confusion or something. Mewtwo started with Confusion. And Clark started with Psychic. Now, I don't think we need Psychic that early, but Confusion would definitely help, obliterate the game early. But we're going to have to get to, level 15 or something to get by Brock. So that's the problem. We're going to have to grind a little bit to get to that level. Mew does have a better growth rate than Mewtwo. Mew has the medium slow growth rate, whereas Mewtwo had a slow growth rate. So that will help us a little bit in getting levels faster, so we don't have to grind too much. But Pound only will be a problem, and then Transform will actually probably help us with Brock. But after that, the rest of the moves we really don't need to use via level up. Mega Punch, we might have to get the TM to get it first, but it's going to be right around the same time, so I'm not too concerned about that. It's 80 base power, 85% accurate. Why a Psychic Pokemon does not learn a Psychic move to level 40 is beyond me. That's why I kind of want to do a what if. What if Mew started with Confusion or something like that? I think that'd be a drastically different playthrough. It might actually give Mewtwo a run for its money, but because I know Pokemon enough to know that how long it's going to take to get by Brock, I think the Brock split's going to be the problem. And that Brock split, the difference between Mewtwo's Brock split and Mew's is going to be the difference in the two, because Mew has a much better move pool. And you're about to see that in a second. 30 we get Metronome, which we're not going to use, and 40 we get Psychic. We'll have Psychic long before we have it via level up. Okay, so that's its level up moveset. You could probably do pretty well with the game with this, but it's not great, and that's why this Pokemon literally has the best move pool in the game. It literally will get every move in the game. So I will blitz through these very fast and then talk about the ones that are important. So, Mega Punch, Razor Wind, Swords Dance, Whirlwind, Mega Kick, Toxic, Horn Drill, Body Slam, Takedown, Double Edge, Bubble Beam, Water Gun, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Payday, Submission, Counter. So I'm going to go and talk about those. So Mega Punch will be used, whether we get it via level up or TM first, whichever one comes first we'll use. Swords Dance will definitely be used. It's a TM that can help do the batch boost, so we will take advantage of that to its nth degree. I think Mewtwo, we could have won the game with 10 levels lower if we had Swords Dance. Okay, in some battles there were a little bit more to chance than I would have liked. Swords Dance would have fixed those problems. Whirlwind, Mega Kick, Toxic, Horn Drill will not be used, but Body Slam will. Body Slam will work very well as a replacement for Mega Punch. So we'll have a good physical move until we get another move later that'll replace Body Slam. Takedown, Double Edge won't be used. Water Gun and Bubble Beam will be used just because it gives us some type diversity early. Water Gun will help us against Rock, and so will Bubble Beam. But both those moves will be replaced pretty early. But it's the fact that we can snowball our moveset very fast with this Pokemon. Ice Beam is what's going to replace Bubble Beam. It's a 95 base power, 100% accurate move. And if you get access to that, the Elite Four, most of the Elite Four becomes pretty simple. if you at least have access to Ice Beam. Blizzard we could use, I should say, but we're not going to because I think Ice Beam will be enough with our high special, which should be enough. Hyper Beam, Payday, Submission, and Counter, none of those will get used in this playthrough, so let's go and go to the next list. We've got Seismic Toss, which won't be used, Rage, Mega Drain, Solar Beam, Dragon Rage, Thunderbolt, Earthquake, Fissure, Thunder, Earthquake, Fissure, Dig, Psychic, Teleport, Mimic, Double Team, Reflect, Bide, Metronome, Self-Destruct, Egg Bomb, Fire Blast, Swift. So, Seismic Toss won't be used, Rage won't be used, neither of the Grass Moves will be used, Dragon Rage won't be used, Thunderbolt will be used for a little bit, but I'm going to sacrifice Thunderbolt for something else, which you're probably going to be able to guess what it is. Thunder will not be used, Earthquake will replace Body Slam in my opinion. I think it's a more powerful physical move. All Body Slam is a very powerful physical move. Earthquake is a more powerful version. We'll also use Dig, but Earthquake will be the replacement for both Body Slam and Dig. Because Dig is 2 turns, so it's already more powerful than Body Slam, but Earthquake is 1 turn, and it's 100 base power, so it's more powerful than Body Slam. So it gets the best of both worlds. It's the power of Dig with the physicality with the 1 turn aspect of Body Slam. Psychic we will grab via TM because we don't want to wait till level 40 to have our best move. Psychic is the only stab move we really get. We don't get Confusion. That's why I said Confusion would be great. 90 base power, 100% accurate, 135 with stab. So our best move and most of our power points will be allocated to that move so that we can have the most powerful move available to us. Teleport won't be used. Mimics won't be used. It could have been used, but we have Swords Dance, so why have Mimic? Double Team is outlawed. Reflect, we're not going to use. Bide will be used for like 5 seconds to help us catch an HM Mule. What was that? Metronome, we're not going to use. Self-Destruct, can't be used, because if you use it, you knock yourself out, and you got to restart the battle anyway. Egg Bomb won't be used. Fire Blast and Swift. Both of them could have been used, but I didn't see a purpose for them. So, and let's go over the last slew of moves here. So we have Skull Bash, Soft Boiled, Dream Eater, Sky Attack, Rest, Thunder Wave, Psy Wave, Explosion, Rock Slide, Tri Attack, Substitute, Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, Slash. So the only move in that group right there that seems feasible to me to use is Rock Slide, because it is really good against Flying type. We have Thunderbolt, we also have Ice type though. So I don't see how Rock Slide would be substituted, plus it's not the highest accuracy as the other moves we're using. And nothing else on this list we will be using. So we've gone over that near the end of the game we're going to have Psychic. Obviously you should have Swords Dance, Ice Beam, and then Earthquake. I think those are our 4 moves late, and a couple moves are used in the middle. But if you're late in the game, you're looking at Rock Slide, there's nothing really to throw in that would be better. So that is our moveset. That is a broad moveset. But like I said in the Mewtwo video, you might have a broad moveset, but we're not going to use all of them. We're going to use a decent amount, but not going to use all of them. So let's go ahead and go over the rules. Now, I've actually had a couple people commenting on my rules. To clarify, there are certain times in the game where I stop the clock. Usually it's 3, but usually there's actually 1 or 2 other times. And that's to eliminate a lot of like human error. So for example, whenever we beat rival number 7 before we go to the Elite 4, Victory Road, I pause a timer for Victory Road. Why? There's been instances where 1, I haven't had repels, and that's a human error. I've forgotten to buy more. 2, I've also had it to where I've accidentally dug out because the Pokemon who has Dig also has Strength. So I've dug out and had to restart the journey. So I don't count that. And there's other factors in other places as well to avoid the human error and to make it as consistent as possible. Where I want the timer of this game to be dictated by how well the Pokemon blasts through its opposition or doesn't blast through its opposition. So keep that in mind. We only use the primary Pokemon in battle. We can use other Pokemon for HMs or the catch Pokemon for HMs. That hasn't been relevant because what I've been doing is adding Bide immediately and just using Bide against like a Spearow, and it hits itself. And if I come across a Paris, I do the same thing. And that's how I get my 2 HM Mules. You're given a Lapras, so that can do Surf. You can also get a Vaporeon or a Eevee and give it a Water Stone, get a Vaporeon for Surf. You can also use Strength with Hitmonlee if you have to go to the Karate Dojo. So a lot of those things, I don't really have to catch any Pokemon anymore with my HM Mules. Running clock with 3 or more exceptions. Usually it's Lieutenant Surge's Gym. It's usually in times when I have to do errands, is more or less what it is. I don't like to consider errands as part of the game because if you forget something in the errand, you gotta go back and do it, and it creates time. So I just pause it so I can take my time and do it casually. And it also is an opportunity to check on my kids, use the restroom, whatever case may be. Okay. And then Rocket Game Corner is another one. When we get Celadon City, we buy stuff, sell stuff. There's other small little times in which we have to run errands that are not part of the actual gameplay. No glitches or exploits allowed. We can use the badge boosting glitch, but no Pokédoll or Masingo glitch. And no items in battle except for ethers. I've gotten loose on those. We can use ethers in battle if we see fit. And again, that's eliminating the human error where I forget to go heal or I forget to give an ether before the battle. That's a human error elimination. So that's why the rules are there. It's eliminate my negligence, because I'm still human. I make mistakes. I get excited about things, and I get a little overzealous sometimes because, you know, Pokemon can blast through this game and kick some butt. And I get excited about that, and I don't save. I think, oh, this Pokemon can't possibly lose to this battle, and then they lose the battle, and then we gotta go back so much. So it's about fixing my errors and not letting getting the Pokemon punished. So there's some playthroughs I had in the past where I didn't have these fail saves, and their playthroughs were drastically affected by that. So, all right, and yeah, and while you're here, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, get videos all the time. Like I said, this is the last one in my series. I'm doing 1 through 151, but I got a What If series coming out, where what if a Pokemon had this move to start the game, or what if this Pokemon had that move. Okay, I also have a Versus series. I have a series of replays I want to do for some really good Pokemon that maybe with a little more knowledge could have a better run. And then I'm going to start playing through Gen 2, and I don't know if I'm going to do Gen 2 in order, but I do want to do Gen 2. So those are coming up, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you'll be involved in the conversation with all those things. So back to the first slide, my prediction. I do think this will be a very fast playthrough. I think this playthrough can get done definitely under 50 minutes, so I think it'll be Articuno. I think it'll beat Zapdos. I think this can get done in about 45 to 48 minutes. I think it might just get it done under 45 minutes. I think with Brock Split, it's going to be tough. So that's going to be it's going to hold us down, and that's why we can't be on par with like Mewtwo. But I think we have the moveset to catch up very quickly, and or eventually we're going to get to the point where we have something for something all the time, and I think Mew will catch up very fast. But how fast is the question. But we also have a badge boosting move we didn't have with Mewtwo, so we have the ability to boost our stats when needed. Mewtwo did not have that ability, however, pretty much one-shot everything in the game and had a lot of critical hits. We will have a very good, pretty close kind of playthrough with this Pokemon. I don't think it's going to be quite as good because of that Brock Split. However, like I said, in the future, and I might do a what if, and what if Mew starts off with Confusion, and then we go from there and see how different the playthrough would be because of the broadness of the moveset and everything like that. I'm really curious to see how that plays out. But that's my video. One thing I want for watching. Make sure you turn in Friday for the final playthrough of Generation 1 total playthrough, the final Pokemon. I do also have a plan through to replay Ditto. Ditto did not get finished because of a glitch I found in the game. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. How long do you think this will take? That's my video, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good one, and see ya.